Hey guys, Austin here, showing off the concrete design tool. Um, Quickly, what this tool does is it generates PMM diagrams in accordance with 31819, and it's still an early tool, but I wanted to show it off and kind of show how you would use all the buttons. I'm looking to actively support it, so if you want to, you can go to the GitHub page, kind of open up issues and requests there, but just quickly to show you what it does, it generates PMM tools or PMM diagrams for your concrete shapes. So there's a lot of software out there that does this, but this one is web-based and I think it's pretty cool in that you can click on it, it's interactive, and seems somewhat powerful. All right, let's go ahead and hop into what the buttons do. So over here kind of controls your screen space. If you need more screen space, I generally just work with all of these things open. Um, the black dot kind of represents where things will be added to the screen. So if you want to add a point to the screen, it will use the current coordinates here. Let's add a piece of rebar, number 14. It will pull out the properties from here. And let's go ahead and add that. If you wanted to, you can update this kind of dynamically. So this point will move up and to the side, and then let's move this maybe down and make it a number 3 piece of rebar so you can see all that happens. Okay, that's point and rebar. We'll get to concrete and hole. Let's go back and try to review how you might review results. So when you do this, we have some pre-built shapes here. We'll do 24 by 24, kind of square, 8 number 9s. Pretty standard stuff here. Once you're happy with what you want to generate the PMM for, click on this button down here. It goes in and creates and calculates results. There is a clickable interface here to where you can review the stress, strain state of any element in the scene, and it kind of has some fun diagrams to help you see what's going on. You can see this is bending about the x-axis. Over here is kind of some default properties of your shape. So this is the area, steel area, reinforcement ratio, and centroids. And then based on your selected strain profile and bending axis angle, here are your capacities. These tables update as you click on this, and this is all nice and clickable and copy and pastable into Excel. So you can rip these results out and use Excel or something to check your capacities versus demands elsewhere. Okay, and then I like to use the arrow keys. You can kind of use the arrow keys to see what happens as your stress strain profiles change. And yeah, so let's remember this number here, 2783. That is our compression capacity. Let's make a custom material now. Let's make like a tension only rebar where we'd expect this number to go down. So in order to make a custom material, you come in here, custom material. Let's give it a name, T only, and we'll do this. We'll say 60,000, one, and we'll say it starts to break at that point. Okay, so that's been added, and then to make that, you click on T only, and then window over it, and you can see that's the material that's been set. So this now only has tension capacity, no compression capacity. There's our updated stress strain curve compared to our normal piece of rebar, which has tension and compression capacity. And if I hit run analysis here, you can see we've lost about 400 kips of capacity based on our tension only values. And you can kind of see this piece of rebar down here has 0 compression and it's fully yielded up here. Okay, so let's now go to showing off holes. We'll make a bridge pier here, I guess. 16 bars and add that to the seam. Let's go ahead and put a square hole in the middle of this thing. And we'll use we'll use the copy command here, CC on the keyboard, 0, -10. And it went and did that. To add a hole, hold down Control and select the points in a counterclockwise manner. And then also select your shape. The shape's selection is at the centroid of the shape. Eventually I'll like to get it to where you can pick anywhere, but for now, select the center of the shape. And then once you're happy with your selections, go ahead and hit hole. And you can see it's added a hole. And if you hit generate, you'll see it has generated a mesh with the absence of the middle portion. And then it's kind of fun. You can see it's removing that part from the curve. And similarly in both bending axis directions. Okay, and then I think the last thing to show off is maybe kind of composite geometry. It can handle that. So let's do this, and then we will copy this over maybe 36 by 0. And then let's also do another copy here of 0, 36. So we've got kind of a fun shape here. And let's generate the PMM diagram. And this one take a little bit longer to generate, but you can see your centroid 1818 seems about right up in this corner here. And then you can start to review kind of your bending profiles, and you can see that it's kind of doing what you would anticipate of bending about differing axes here. So if you go to your 45s, you should see it along every edge. Yeah. So that's the tool. Please test it out. It's not perfect. I know there's maybe a few bugs that I need to work out, but on the sample problems that I will be working on, it seems to be getting pretty close results. When I get those sample problems worked out, I will definitely put them up on the GitHub or make some form of public validation problems. So please take it for a test run. If you run into any trouble, let me know. Happy to work on it. Thank you.